watching Fox 17 News This Morning.
Good morning, 4 o'clock right now. Thanks for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm AJ Hilton. Got a lot of breaking news to get to this morning.
Yeah, right now a high-speed chase just moments ago from Hendersonville to Nashville, ending in a dramatic crash on I-65 at the Fern Avenue overpass. Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland live right now at that crash site.
Yeah, good morning. We want to tell you exactly what's happening right now. You can see a multitude of police officers here on the scene, along with the ambulance, the fire department. They're all here. This is 65 right at the Fern Avenue overpass. We understand that the origins of this chase began in Hendersonville, and we understand that they may have chased a car all the way down from the Hendersonville area here to Nashville, just south of Trinity Lane on I-65. They've shut down 2 lanes of traffic. We are unsure about the exact details why this chase may have started. We can tell you that 2 lanes of traffic are closed and the backup is massive right now. Police are working quickly to try and process and clear the scene. We're going to try to get more details for you, but we are in the middle of a breaking news situation right now that is going to have a big impact on the early morning commute as you come in from the north side. As soon as we get more details about this, we will let you know. For now, we are live along I-65 right at the Fern Avenue overpass. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News.
Justin, thank you. A great vantage point right at the scene of the crash at the top of the 4 o'clock hour as this is unfolding. Maybe you're not quite sure what we're talking about location-wise. This is 65 South, just past the Trinity exit as you would cross underneath the Fern overpass. This shot actually looking down on 65 from the Fern overpass. We can see, just as Justin mentioned, the right lanes are blocked, traffic having to squeeze by pretty much in that merging lane and right shoulder. This is going to be an issue for anyone coming in from the north side of town, whether you're coming down 24 East or 65 South. It joins and then heads into downtown. So we will not hesitate to call that code red and steer clear traffic if need be. Right now, we're learning clear time is 5 a.m. So I'm going to let it breathe for a second and see what the impacts are here. But again, we will not hesitate as this moves closer into the rush hour. But you can see quite the scene here as traffic obviously is backing up. So we'll be sending it back to Justin McFarland in a little bit to get more information on that chase. Also want to encourage you, go to my Twitter at TrafficJamSam. I actually have video captured from the TDOT scene here showing someone being put in the back of a police cruiser following this chase and crash. Also, following a very serious accident in Mount Juliet this morning. I want to send it live out right now to Fox 17 Sarah Small near Division Street. Sarah, what's going on?
Good morning, Sam. I do want to say this is a really nasty crash, and thankfully this woman, we're told, was alive when she left here. However, we do not know her condition at this time, but I want to walk over this way because this car is on the tow truck right now, and I want to show you just how bad the damage is to the front end here. Her entire windshield is smashed. And now I want to bring your attention over this way because what happened here on West Division Street early this morning is right over here. It's a little dark. We're going to walk over this way, but this is right near a subdivision here, Silver Lake subdivision, and you can see this woman here, THP tells me she was coming down east on West Division Street, slammed into a tree here, and the tree, look at that, is split in half. So this was a really bad crash. THP, they think that this, obviously speed was a factor here. So they're looking into everything. Unknown right now if any drugs or DUI was at play here, but obviously speed certainly was. This tree, we're told, is a big cedar tree now split in half. We do have Mount Juliet Metro Works, or here, Mount Juliet Works here. They are trying to remove this tree from the road because it is currently blocking it. But they're doing that right now, should be out of the way soon. As soon as we get any more information on this woman driver, believed to be in her 30s, taken to Vanderbilt, we'll let you know how she's doing this morning. We're live in Mount Juliet. I'm Sarah Small, Fox 17 News.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Very busy to kick off your Wednesday morning. 4:04. We're tracking some rain showers as well that will be in our area within the next couple of hours. And as we get later into the morning, everything is all clear and mainly calm right now from our Nissan Stadium camera. No issues there. Where we're tracking is some of these showers rolling in to parts of southern Kentucky. This is still over in parts of Missouri coming out of St. Louis, but that line of showers will eventually be moving through Paducah and then over toward Hopkinsville down into the northwest counties here within the next couple of hours. So we'll be tracking this as well as it moves through. Temperatures right now upper 40s and lower 50s. This will be our last cool morning before we really start to warm up. Highs today overall mainly in the lower 70s. You can see further west you go, it will be a little bit warmer there. We'll be talking more about that forecast and another look at our future track. Do that coming up in just a few minutes from right now.
4:05 and more breaking news this morning. The U.S. State Department has just ordered all non-emergency U.S. government employees leave Iraq. This is happening at both the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad and the U.S. Consulate in Erbil. The U.S. government says they currently have limited ability to help U.S. citizens in Iraq, so it's best to get out now. Still don't know the reason for the evacuation, but we will keep you updated as this story develops.
It is a busy start to this Wednesday morning. Also new right now, Hopkinsville police have arrested the man they say is responsible for the May 7th shooting that sent 3 people to the hospital. Police say they've got this man in custody right now, charged with 3 counts of first-degree assault for shooting 2 kids and a 19-year-old man. He's being held on a $500,000 bond this morning.
Police in Hendersonville think an overnight video game store robbery may be tied to a string of others throughout the mid-state. Tough to make out a face in these surveillance pictures, but this is the guy who robbed the GameStop in Hendersonville. Police describe the guy as a white male, about 5'9", 170 pounds. Again, tough to make out his face because it's covered.
Yeah.
But if you have any information, make sure you call Hendersonville Police.
That is such a busy shopping center right there at Glenbrook. I mean, they've got a Target, Kirkland's, so a lot of families really frequent that area. Governor Bill Lee says he will not stop tomorrow's execution of a death row inmate. 68-year-old Don Johnson's execution is set for tomorrow, despite several pleas to spare his life. Johnson killed his wife in 1984. His supporters say he's reformed, now serving as a minister to other prisoners. Several religious leaders are still urging the governor to grant Johnson clemency, but the governor says he will not intervene. Classes will resume at Mount Juliet Middle School this morning after police cleared the schools Tuesday afternoon because of a bomb threat. Mount Juliet police say the threat targeted a specific person in the school, and as a precaution, everybody inside needed to get out. Officers say they searched the school with a K-9 unit and everything is safe. Once again, school will resume as normal this morning at Mount Juliet Middle.
We want to alert you to something scheduled for tomorrow. Metro teachers plan to hold a day of action in downtown Nashville. A rally is planned, and teachers will then walk to the courthouse and fill the chamber at the council meeting. It comes after a dispute over teacher raises and school funding issues in the city. Metro Schools is expecting more than 330 absences Thursday.
Protesters are gathering this morning in Montgomery after Alabama's state Senate passes a near total ban on abortion overnight. Now it waits for the governor of Alabama to sign it into law. The Republican-dominated Senate voted 25-6 to make performing an abortion at any stage of pregnancy a felony, punishable by up to 99 years or life in prison for the provider, so the person who performs the procedure. The only exception here in Alabama would be when a woman's health is at serious risk. A Republican state senator says the bill was intended to reflect the voters' wishes on the personhood of a baby.
We were trying to keep it just as it was to address the issue that Roe versus Wade was decided on, which is that baby in the womb a person. In Alabama law, it's a person. Our people in Alabama voted last fall. We believe that, and we believe that's what it's aimed at.
Senators rejected an attempt to add an exception for certain survivors, voting that down, with 4 Republicans joining the Democrats in that move. This morning back here in Tennessee, Attorney General Herbert Slattery is suing Endo Pharmaceuticals, claiming the company continued the opioid epidemic here in our state. This lawsuit claims that Endo violated the state's Consumer Protection Act and contributed to a public health crisis. This lawsuit alleges that Endo Pharmaceuticals marketed its products as being less addictive and more effective than others on the market, despite evidence to the contrary.
Time now is 4:09, and there is a battle brewing at the border of Tennessee and Georgia. Lawmakers in Georgia just passed a bill claiming land currently in Tennessee belongs to them. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp actually vetoed that legislation, so the land still belongs to Tennessee. This bill cited a flawed survey back in 1818 of Georgia's northern border with Tennessee and North Carolina. Georgia lawmakers tried to reclaim the Tennessee River's southernmost bank and a portion of Chattanooga. Governor Kemp said he would only go through with it if both Tennessee and North Carolina wanted the change as well.
The time right now is 4:09, and we have another local group that is working to bring Major League Baseball to Music City. Right now, Mayor David Briley tells Fox 17 News he is aware of a meeting this week between the MLB and a local group. This comes after Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred mentioned Nashville as a possible contender for an expansion city.
I think there's still a lot of work to be done before it becomes more of a possibility. MLB has to decide first they're going to expand, and then I think Nashville will be on the list, but a lot of work to do.
Mayor Briley says if Major League Baseball does come to Nashville, no public money would be used for a new stadium. Question remains, what would you do with First Tennessee Park if that happens? But
absolutely.
Look, the mayor's saying, and most experts in those circles say, even if this were to happen, it would be years down the road.
Yeah. Controversy continues in the horse racing world this morning. The punishment Maximum Security's jockey is now facing.
And median home values are continuing to go up in our state, so much so, we're almost topping a brand new ranking out this morning, the hottest real estate in the mid-state.
Friday on Fox 17 News. Home invasion. Active shooter. House fire. What you need to know to survive. And the simple mistakes putting your life in greater danger. Friday at 9 on Fox 17 News.
It is 4:14 following this breaking news. I-65 southbound down to just one lane, that far right lane and shoulder from a pursuit ending in a rollover crash on 65 south. You can see just as it breaks off that split 65-24 as you pass Trinity Lane, crossing under Fern Avenue. So if you're making your way in from the north side of town, this is quite the scene. A live look. We do know we have video. I want you to go to my Twitter @TrafficGMC. You can see this exclusive video. Look close, bottom of the screen, a man being handcuffed on the roof of that cruiser and then being escorted around and put into the back of that police car. This is exclusive video we have on Fox 17 News this morning, as well as my Twitter. We want to make sure you know we are your source to get you in and out of Music City, no matter what time it is. We'll have the latest coming up in Steer Clear Traffic on Fox 17 News this morning.
Las Vegas police just made an arrest in the case of an elderly man who died after being pushed out of a bus. And we're going to warn you right now, this video is disturbing to look at. A 25-year-old woman is now in jail after witnesses say she got into an argument with the man and other passengers on the bus. And right there,
my goodness,
she pushed that elderly man out the door. He refused medical treatment at the time and later died from his injuries. That woman will appear in court next week.
And a coward, too.
Unreal.
Did you see her do that and then just like try to walk away like it never happened?
Yeah, like nothing happened.
4:15, the horse racing community said to be in shock this morning because Maximum Security's jockey has now been suspended for 15 full racing days. Luis Saez has been cited for failure to control his mount and make the proper effort to maintain a straight horse during the Kentucky Derby. Maximum Security, his horse, is the first one in the Derby's 145-year history to be disqualified from first place because of a riding incident. The Preakness, the second race in the Triple Crown, is coming up this Saturday. But remember, both Maximum Security and the Kentucky Derby winner, Country House, will not be racing.
Time now is 4:16. Another cool start this Wednesday, Justin.
This is it.
I like this. This is it. This is as good as it's going to get.
I'm just telling you right now, today is it. Yeah. Because after today, we're going up.
Up and away.
Up and away.
You're also tracking some rain, too.
Yeah, the rain's going to roll in. Not really going to affect us here until about 8, 9 o'clock this morning here in the metro area. So that's what we're looking at. Right now, everything is clear and calm. This is our live shot here in Dixon with our temps that are mainly in the lower 50s at this time. Meanwhile, our Metro Center camera looking out toward the east at this time. And you can actually see that moon that is getting ready to set in the west. But our numbers officially 51 at the Nashville airport. No wind to speak of. Notice that humidity at 86%. So we're going to see those clouds increase as we go through the next couple of hours. So one more cool morning with those scattered showers that will be around here as we get later into the morning, and then much warmer by by the time we head into Thursday. Nothing to see here on our Doppler radar. This is just what we call a ground clutter here. But as we go a little bit further to the north and to the west, these are some of those showers rolling in to parts of Paducah at this time and out of Missouri. This is going to move in that general direction from the northwest to the southeast and eventually into some of our northwestern counties. Let's put the future track on it and show you exactly when some of these rain showers are going to roll in. So here's a look at our future track, taking you through about 6 o'clock this morning. Notice most of us along 65 and east will stay mainly dry and clear, but we're going to start to see those showers move in a little bit closer to the Tennessee River Valley. And by about 7, 8 o'clock, Hopkinsville down into Clarksville, even areas down through Linden, could see a few of those showers start to roll in. And then later into the morning, about 9, 10 o'clock, that's when we'll see that rain right around the Nashville metro area, pushing through pretty quickly here into the 11 o'clock and noon hour. And then throughout the later part of the afternoon, just a few scattered showers left over. May see an isolated thunderstorm, but overall looking like just rain showers for today. And then going ahead into Thursday and Friday, nothing but dry conditions, and it will be much warmer as we head later into the week. So your coffee cast here next couple of hours, staying mainly dry. I would just throw the umbrella in the car, just bring it with you. So if you run into some of those showers by midday, you'll be prepared. 5:41, your sunrise. Should be able to actually see that sun come up before we start to see those showers. And you can see over the next 12 hours, our skies will continue to get cloudier and more of those showers will start creeping in by the middle part of the day. Here's your extended forecast. This is what I was talking about. 73 for our high today, and that is it. Lower 80s on Thursday. We're talking upper 80s. We're going to be close to 90 degrees if we hit that temperature on Saturday. If we hit 90, we're looking at 89, but if we actually hit 90, that'll be a little earlier than our average first 90-degree day. And then we do have some more rain showers second half of the weekend into early next week.
All right, Justin, thank you. 419, if your child would like to join the Tennessee Highway Patrol Trooper Academy this summer, today is the deadline to apply. Each summer, the THP hosts a free Trooper Academy for boys and girls. The program is held at the THP Training Center on Stewart's Ferry Pike in Nashville. The program features team building exercises, physical fitness, and training for kids who dream of working in law enforcement. To sign up your children, just head to tn.gov today.
It's official and against the odds, but the New Orleans Pelicans won the NBA draft lottery. They've got the first pick in the 2019 NBA draft. The Pelicans, by the way, had just a 6% chance to win the lottery. Memphis Grizzlies, how about them? They secured the second overall pick. The NBA draft lottery determines the order of the first 14 selections in the draft. That takes place on Thursday, June 20th in New York City.
Good news for Tennessee homeowners this morning, according to a new study by Zillow and Refi Guide. From March of 2018 to March of 2019, our home values in the Nashville area grew so much. We're now ranked 11th in the nation. Our state's median home prices jumped by 8.2% in just 12 months. That increase led by Knoxville, which saw a 10% increase in home prices year over year. Nashville reported the second highest increase in the state with a 7% jump. Memphis, the lowest increase among large metro cities with about a 5% change. Idaho, by the way, Idaho ranked the #1 state in the country for home value increases.
Who would have thought? Boise?
Maybe.
Wow. All right. Hey, there's never a bad time to eat pizza, right? The Big Pizza Party opened to the public today.
Frank Sinatra may be the world's most famous crooner, and now Nashville wants to honor old Blue Eyes. The newest establishment coming to Music City.
Fly me to the moon.
Good morning. It's 4:23 right now. Get ready for some great music under the full moon because the annual full moon pickin' parties kick off this Friday. These are parties that happen once a month from May to October at the Percy Warner Park Equestrian Center just southwest of Belle Meade. They feature bluegrass music by local bands, and you can join in on the fun as well because they'll have jam circles, refreshments, and up to 4 beers included with admission. Adults $20 in advance, $25 the day of. All ages are welcome. The first party is this Friday from 7 to 11 p.m. And if you don't know what to have for dinner tonight, how about pizza? 5 Points Pizza is celebrating its 1-year anniversary at their West Nashville location today. Now, the original is in 5 Points in East Nashville, but this restaurant on Charlotte Avenue is having its 1-year birthday party, and it's a public pizza party from 5 until 10 tonight. They're teaming up with Jackalope Brewing Company to bring guest Jackalope beers and specialty pizza pies during the party. This is free, open to the public. Trending this morning. Maybe saying so long to country music. There's a new bar coming to Nashville that the owner says will be set to a Frank Sinatra theme. Icon Entertainment Group, the same company behind Skull's Rainbow Room and House of Cards, will run the Frank Sinatra Bar and Lounge. It's going in at the Southern Turf building in Printers Alley and is expected to open next year. They'll have Italian meals and drinks and an ambiance that they say reflects both Manhattan and Palm Springs, two places Sinatra called home. If you'd like to check out the top trending stories every day, just head to fox17.com. We've got the most clicked on, most read, most viewed stories. They're all on the right side of our homepage. And by the way, thanks for making us Nashville's #1 source for online news and information. Your #1 source for news and information right now in the Steer Clear Traffic Center is Traffic Jam Sam.
Yeah, you better bet it. Right now, we wanted you to tune in to Fox 17 News this morning. Coming up at 4:30, updates on this breaking news. A chase ending up in a rollover, someone being put in the back of a cruiser. We have it all for you coming up at 4:30 on Fox 17 News this morning.
So tracking some rain showers that'll roll in the second half of our morning and the middle part of the day. Break it all down for you coming up in your Skywatch 17 forecast after the break.
Another day, another conservative attack on Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. Appearing on a Yahoo News podcast, Tlaib was asked about her support for a one-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Her response drew immediate fire as she spoke of Palestinians' loss of land, livelihood, and lives in post-Holocaust Israel. For most conservative listeners, Tlaib's statements ended with her acknowledgement of the pain and suffering Palestinians went through, an image not often painted in discussions of the Holocaust impact. But if you listened on, Representative Tlaib spoke of her support for a Jewish safe haven, meanwhile advocating for the humanity of the Palestinian population. President Trump and Congresswoman Liz Cheney were quick to write off Tlaib's comments as horrible, insensitive, and vilely anti-Semitic. I disagree. Congresswoman Tlaib is providing a window of understanding into the other side of the Israeli conflict, the side of a broken people who have also suffered tragic loss, death, and discrimination. Tlaib is forcing the United States to get a fuller picture of the depth of suffering in the region, and she isn't afraid of the backlash. Let's get to the point. Blind loyalty to Israel, because of our shared religious ties and history, have caused many across this country to ignore the harsh truths of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Representative Tlaib is making sure our eyes are opened.
Anisha, you'd think that Congresswoman Tlaib would know better than to invoke the Holocaust. Coming up, my thoughts on Tlaib's latest hateful anti-Semitic remarks.
The views expressed by commentators do not necessarily reflect the views of this station.
You're watching Fox 17 News this morning.
Good morning, 4:30 breaking news in Steer Clear traffic. This high-speed chase from Hendersonville to Nashville ends in a dramatic crash. Fox 17 News there as it all happens. Thanks for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News this morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm AJ Hilton. You just saw that video, 7 squad cars following that car, and Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland live where it all came to an end. High impact zone of I-65 inbound to Nashville. Justin, a lot of cop cars still behind you. Tell us what's going on right now.
Yeah, THP has now joined this group, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, along with Metro Police, Hendersonville Police. They're all on the scene of this particular stolen vehicle. And that's right, you heard me say it, stolen. Are you missing your black Ford F-150 out of Davidson County? If you are, we may have found it along I-65 near the Fern Avenue overpass. According to Metro Police, they say they arrested at least 3 juveniles who bailed out of that Ford F-150 earlier this morning after coming to a stop here in 965 after a high-speed chase that came out of Hendersonville. Now, Hendersonville PD was able to spike the car, blew out the front tires. By the time they got here, officers say that the guys inside basically had nowhere else to go. That's why they stopped and tried to bail out. But really, this is a tough spot to try to run away from the police department. There is nowhere to go. Big rock wall on one side and nothing but interstate all around them. Hendersonville PD chased them all the way here. They actually tussled with one of the suspects, ended up tasing them. They sent him to the hospital this morning. That's where he is recovering. 2 other juveniles are in custody right now. Now, the tow truck is on the scene as we speak. It's getting ready to tow this black Ford F-150 away. And as they tow it away, police will begin the process of trying to find out exactly who it belongs to and contacting them. They don't expect to be here on the scene much longer, but it certainly was a dramatic chase. All officers are safe. Once again, 3 in custody, 1 at the hospital after this chase on 65. Let's get it to Traffic Jam Sam because...
Yeah, Justin, excellent vantage and viewpoint there on I-65. We can actually see the signage behind you right as it splits onto I-2440 and 65 South. So great view there to give viewers kind of a perspective of where this is happening. This TDOT camera looking down right where Justin is, showing those left lanes blocked, I-65 as you pass Trinity Lane, the exit there, and as you cross under the Fern Avenue overpass. This camera actually located on the overpass looking down. Again, left lanes are blocked. Clear time about half an hour, 5 o'clock. Justin did mention that they are trying to get this wrapped up quickly. He also mentioned about people being arrested, juveniles. I do want to show you video from my Twitter at TrafficJamSam. Look there. We've highlighted it for you. You can see one person being handcuffed, it looks like, right in the front of that cruiser. They take 2 policemen and escort that person into the back of that cruiser. But again, we are learning at least 3 juveniles involved, 1 taken to the hospital in this exclusive video right here on Fox 17 News this morning. Also on my Twitter at TrafficJamSam. We have you covered at all times in the morning and night. Now, that's not the only thing happening. If you are coming in from that side of town, of course, that's going to cause a backup, and that's also what's happening right now. I do want to encourage you, if you're coming down 65 South, you've got Dickerson Pike traveling inbound, you've got Ellington, and you've also got Gallatin Pike coming in from the north side of town. All right, a busy start out there. Do want to send it out right now to Fox 17's Sarah Small. She has an update on a very serious crash that happened on the east side of town in Mount Juliet this morning right here.
Good morning. Yeah, this was a pretty nasty crash. That woman taken to Vanderbilt right now, but I do want to show you what's going on at this hour here. As we hit 4:30, you can see we have Mount Juliet Works. They're out here removing the tree that this woman slammed into. What we're told here by THP, this is right by the Silverstone Lake subdivision. We're on West Division Street. This driver, THP tells us, she was driving east on West Division Street, somehow got off the roadway, slammed into this large tree, and you can see splitting it in half. Now, I want to show you some video from earlier this morning because then you can really get an idea of just how bad this accident was. You can see the windshield totally smashed at this car. We have pieces of the car strewn across this front lawn right here. So you can see just how bad this accident was. THP says they're still investigating this. They're not sure if DUI, drugs, if any of that played a role, but they do say they believe that speed certainly played a role here. As you can see, obviously, by the look of the car and then, of course, by this tree split in half here. That woman taken to Vanderbilt, believed to be in her 30s. She was alive when she left here, so we certainly hope we receive some good news about her condition throughout the morning here on Fox 17 News this morning. We're in Mount Juliet this morning. I'm Sarah Small, Fox 17 News.
All right, thanks so much, Sarah. 4:35 your time right now. Sarah had her jacket on, a little bit of the cooler temperatures, at least for one more morning. But we are tracking some rain showers later this morning. Really pretty shot right now from our famous saloon camera. You can see the bridges all lit up and the Cumberland nice and calm. What is happening just to the north and to the west of us? Well, we're seeing some showers and even a couple of thunderstorms here moving out of Missouri and right into southern Kentucky. Go a little bit closer in here. We're talking about the Paducah area out toward Hopkinsville. Still a couple of hours away here from actually moving into the mid-state. So you can see these are the showers, though, in that line of showers that we're tracking. Not code red worthy here, but we will talk about some more potential code red as we head a little bit later into the weekend and early next week. Temperatures for today in the lower 70s. We get one more cool morning and our temps stay below average for one more day because we're going to see those scattered showers around. But check out how those numbers rise tomorrow, almost 10 degrees warmer in some spots, and then even warmer than that by Friday, where we're going to be close to 90 degrees heading toward the weekend. Another look at the future track, put it in motion for you, coming up in just about 12 minutes or so from right now, guys.
Justin, thank you. Coming up on 437, 2 teen suspects charged in a deadly shooting at a Colorado charter school will appear in court this morning to hear the charges against them. The district attorney says the 16 and 18-year-old students will face murder, attempted murder, and maybe other charges as well. One student died while trying to take down the shooter, and 8 other students were injured in last Tuesday's shooting.
We have an autopsy that is underway this morning after Clay County crews find a body in Dale Hollow Lake. First responders had been training at the lake when they found the body 130 feet down, not far from the Cedar Hill Marina. Investigators think it is the body of a kayaker reported missing 2 years ago. We'll let you know the results of the autopsy when that's available later this week. 4:37 is the time right now. Get ready to sweat it out. A new ranking of the fittest cities is out this morning, where Nashville finishes out of 100 metro areas.
Comic icon Tim Conway has passed away. We'll take a look back at his hilarious career. People in the mid-state enjoyed a nice spring day yesterday, especially in Gallatin. Take a look at this shot of sunlight breaking through the trees. Beautiful shot. The southern spring still in full swing this month as the grass gets greener. The temps about to get warmer. If you'd like to check out other great shots in the mid-state, you can head to our Instagram page, the handle Fox Nashville. The Electoral College versus popular vote debate continues this morning as more states weigh the pros and cons of the current election system. And today's number of the day looks at the potential change to the way we elect the president of the United States. 14 states, along with Washington, D.C., have joined the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. The goal is to have the president decided by popular vote instead of the Electoral College. Now, there's also a decidedly partisan factor, as all of the states that joined cast their votes for Democratic candidates in the past 3 presidential elections. Fans around the world are remembering comedy legend Tim Conway, who passed away in Los Angeles. Conway, best known for his work on the Carol Burnett Show in the 60s and 70s. The 85-year-old had been dealing with some health problems in recent years. He's survived by his wife of more than 30 years, along with his 6 children. Carol Burnett performed in North Carolina last night and dedicated the performance to Tim. If you'd like to see Carol Burnett perform, you can catch her at the Ryman on Tuesday, May 21st. Tickets are still available. We all have nightmare airport experiences, but which American airport is worst of them all? The destination you may want to avoid. And a large great white is making its way to our coast, and beachgoers beware. The region on high alert this morning.
Good morning. It is 4:45. A live look in downtown Nashville right now. Lower Broadway looking nice and quiet. But hey, just a couple miles away over on I-65 at Trinity Lane, we've got quite the breaking news scenario. Fox 17 News following a high-speed chase from Hendersonville to Nashville that ends dramatically with a crash and arrest and kids bailing out of a stolen car. We're going to get you updated on that here in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, you can get your running shoes ready and your water bottle too, because the American Fitness Index just released the top 100 fittest cities in the U.S. and Nashville lands at number 48. So we're right about the middle of the pack here. The top 5 fittest cities: Arlington, Virginia, which is the northern part of the state near D.C. We've got Seattle, Minneapolis, San Francisco, and Madison, Wisconsin. This index focusing on personal health, how many people exercise daily, how many people smoke, and how many people bike or walk to work. Memphis, by the way, the only other Tennessee city to make the list, coming in at 87 out of 100 fit cities. Today, one of those days to get out and get your fitness in. maybe not.
Yeah, well, this morning before
For sure?
the rain rolls in.
Okay, good.
Well, and I just signed up at a new gym yesterday. So
Did you?
There we go.
Congratulations.
So
for you.
Fitness for me.
Love it.
Yay.
Fitness for me. Yay. You are dreading this so much.
I like hanging out, man. That's what I like doing. Just relaxing on the porch in the afternoon. I was out there in the front. What? Hanging out with the dog yesterday afternoon. It was great. You know, it was really a nice day. And, you know, today is starting off a little cool. You can see right now our Metro Center cam, that morning glow, the sun coming up less than an hour from right now. Should still be able to see that sunrise with no problems. And again, take advantage of the temperatures today, even with our mornings that are a little cool, and they have been this way for the last couple of mornings, but warmer than it was yesterday. 49 in Clarksville, we're at 48 in Murfreesboro, 51 Antioch and Hendersonville at this time. Now, we are tracking some rain that's going to be here on the second half of our morning commute. We're talking 8, 9 o'clock this morning, so should not affect our commute throughout the most of the metro area here this morning. And we're going to be much warmer by the time we talk about tomorrow and toward the weekend. So here's where that rain is right now. We are picking up a couple of thunderstorms here as this storm continues to move a little bit closer to us. What we're seeing with that is that's mainly just turning over to rain. So fewer of the lightning strikes from Paducah up through Mayfield and into Princeton. Again, still to the north and west of even Hopkinsville and Henry and Stewart counties. So not in our viewing area yet, but this is that line of showers that we are tracking heading in our direction. So let's put the future track in motion and show you exactly when this should arrive. This is 6 o'clock this morning. We're still staying mainly dry for most of us here throughout the mid-state and southern Kentucky, but right about 8 o'clock this morning, Hopkinsville, right around the 101st, areas around Clarksville, that's when you'll start to see those rain showers roll in along the Tennessee River Valley and moving from the northwest to the southeast through about 9, 10 o'clock. So it's going to take until about 9 or 10 a.m. before the rain actually rolls into downtown Nashville and stays with us through about 11 into the noon hour. Then it all pushes out of here, and later this afternoon, a couple of scattered showers will be cloudy, may see an isolated thunderstorm, but overall, that's about it. So it's not going to be really much to get excited about. And then into Thursday and Friday, we're drier and we're much warmer. Speaking of fitness, your jogging cast, want to get out for a run or a walk this morning, low to mid and upper 50s here. Definitely okay to run with increasing clouds. As I mentioned, that rain holding off until we get to the later part of the morning and the middle part of the day. And temps today should only get to the lower 70s. It'll be warmer this afternoon than it will be for the morning time. That's when we're going to hit our highs. AC cast, I'd say at least one more day. You can keep the AC off, but you'll need to flick that thing on as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Pollen count numbers still down in that medium category. Grass and weeds, the biggest offenders, and also trees. We're seeing that really start to spike here. That type of pollen, cedar and oak trees with grass and weeds there, kind of that medium to high category. Here's a look at the next 7 days, our extended forecast. This is what I was talking about with that heat that is coming back to the area as I hit the button, and it should advance to the 7-day forecast. All right. Battery, sir. Do I need a battery again? All right, one more time. Here we go. 7-day forecast looks like this. Oh, look at that. We do need batteries. AJ is so smart. All right, 73 today, lower 80s tomorrow, back to the upper 80s, close to 90 by Saturday. So here comes that heat. We'll track some more rain late Sunday into Monday of next week. All right, Sam, you've been very busy already with this morning. What do you got for us?
Yeah, a lot happening in steer clear traffic. So glad you're joining us as we head into 5 o'clock. It is 10 minutes till 5, and it looks like from this I-65 at Fern Overpass camera that this crash resulting from a chase I-65 southbound coming from Hendersonville, a stolen vehicle. It looks to be clear. We can see all lanes open from this shot, but we do have some trees in the way, so we will be checking in with Fox 17's Justin McFarland to get the all clear. We're not seeing the backup here, 65 at Trinity, so that is good news. We will not be needing to go code red in your steer clear traffic. Do want to check in over at the airport. We have 3 cancellations right now if you are departing from Nashville International. The first one, Southwest flight 1412 to San Diego, 6:55, again canceled. The second, American flight 9854 to Chicago, 9 o'clock, no longer departing. And then the last one, Southwest 1459 New Orleans, 3:20 this afternoon, that flight canceled. If you go to our website, it's fox17.com. You can check your flight right from there. Just put your mouse over Skywatch 17 weather. There's a drop down menu and you can track it right from our website. Coming up, we'll check in with the top of the hour with your 5 o'clock drive times on Fox 17 News this morning. All right, speaking of the airport, if you've flown through Newark Airport before, you probably already know this to be true. But according to a new ranking by AirHelp, the New Jersey airport is officially, you got it, the worst airport in the country. The study looked at long security lines, customer service, and on-time performance. Newark Airport failed all of these categories.
Wow.
Okay, the best airport, according to this study, is, I don't know if I agree, Atlanta.
A lot of people gonna have some feelings about
yeah,
that
you
one.
know, I don't know.
Y'all chime in on that one,
I don't know.
because I don't agree.
Look, sometimes they get it wrong.
Really, no, sound off. If you have a bad airport experience, we'd love to hear it. What is the worst airport in America?
Or a good one for that matter.
Or a good one for that
Yeah.
matter. I know Minneapolis-St. Paul has a great airport.
Nashville has a great airport.
Nashville has a great airport too.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of traveling, if you are headed to the North Carolina's Outer Banks Memorial Day, probably going to need a bigger boat. Researchers say a 2,100-pound great white shark is headed toward the Carolina coast.
Okay, don't panic. But the International Great White Shark Research Organization, also known as OCEARCH, says a 15-foot-long shark that they've actually named Luna pinged just last week off the coast of the Carolinas. So they're tracking this shark, which
Luna.
is how they know where she is, all right? This is Luna right here.
No.
This is what the great white looks like that is swimming off the coast of the Outer Banks right now. We've got this video because this is when they tagged her.
Marine biologists say the shark hunts in deep waters, but it will get close to shore along the Outer Banks, which has deeper waters near the coast. Beaches have already been alerted, but again, Luna has been tagged, so they will know when she swims their way.
Fascinating.
It really
I
is.
spent so much time growing up in the Outer Banks. Not once did I ever see a shark.
Never once. That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
If you've seen a shark, we'd love to hear from you on that too.
All kinds of tales. I mean, you know, a lot of folks like to go to the Gulf.
Sure, yeah.
So if you've had experiences down there, let us know. And by the way, if you'd like to track sharks for yourself, you can do this. You can go to osearch.org to see the full map and see where they're tracking.
I am fascinated by this.
Isn't that really interesting?
Wow.
OCEARCH. Yeah, OCEARCH is the website. Pretty cool.
Marvel Comics leader Stan Lee, of course, passed away this past November, but this morning, someone close to him is charged with abusing him.
And maybe soon we'll be off to the NASCAR races in Nashville again. We'll tell you what needs to be done to bring NASCAR back to Middle Tennessee.
There is nothing calming about the horrific memory of the Holocaust. 6 million Jews were systematically massacred by the Nazis and their collaborators. Yet, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib said that thinking of the Holocaust gives her, quote, a calming feeling, and that her Palestinian ancestors provided a safe haven for the Jewish people from the Holocaust. But Tlaib got that wrong. Historically, here on planet Earth, Palestinians did not help protect or safeguard the Jews. Quite the opposite. One would expect that Republicans and Democrats would join together in condemning Congresswoman Tlaib's hateful rhetoric, but that has not happened. In fact, many Democrats, such as House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, have rushed to Tlaib's defense, even claiming that she is somehow owed an apology. That is delusional. Tlaib's record of hate toward the Jewish people and Israel, as well as her ties to terror-linked anti-Israeli groups, make it very clear who she really is. Here's the bottom line. Congresswoman Tlaib, while you are, sadly, a member of Congress, please leave your anti-Semitism at home. You should never invoke the Holocaust. Let the 6 million murdered Jews rest in peace.
The views expressed by commentators do not necessarily reflect the views of this station.
2 minutes before the top of the 5 o'clock hour, and right now a live look into downtown Nashville. Nice way to start the day, 51 degrees outside. We are tracking that rain expected to move into the mid-state later on today. We'll check in with Skywatch 17 meteorologist Justin Chambers.
A turn of events here and a big story we've been following. Prosecutors have now filed abuse charges against a man who claimed to be the manager and caretaker of the late Marvel Comics legend Stan Lee. An L.A. Superior Court just issued a warrant for this man who is now facing charges including false imprisonment. Before Stan Lee died back in November, he got a temporary restraining order against this same man. So far, the guy is denying the allegations against him.
Right now, Nashville is trying to bring NASCAR back to Music City. Although we do have a track, it needs a lot of work, a lot of major work to host a major race. Speedway Motorsports made its pitch to the city just yesterday, saying they would expand the stands and modernize the track without upsetting current plans at the busy fairgrounds. But a lot of people are questioning if the city is even interested in renovating the track.
The track needs to be repaved, sound absorbing system to cut down on the noise for the neighbors.
Speedway Motorsports believes it can do all this without taxpayer dollars. We'll let you know what the city decides.
Right now, we are tracking our earlier chase and crash on 65, but we might have some good news with that, along with an updated look at your steer clear drive times at 5 on Fox 17 News this morning.
And we're talking about pollen numbers that are still down, but dealing with trees, grass, and weeds. Words are hard here. We're getting you going here on your hump day. Fox 17 News this morning. Let's go.